Hey guys, Drew McKenzie, High Performance Athletics again. Our next primal progression movement is going to be the hinge. So we've, one of the things that every human does on the planet is pick something up by just bending over kind of at the waist, but we've got several progressive steps to get to some relatively difficult hinges and then some simple ones as well. So again, our primal progression series is not an exhaustive list, it is just a list of ways to progress these things. And for today's demonstration, it is going to be 2 arms on the implement at all times, because you can absolutely vary with 1 arm as we kind of get into the swings and stuff later. So our basic hinge motion, we're going to do a PVC pipe on our shoulders, and I'm just going to bow forward and then stand right back up. So this is going to be our good morning position. So I'm going to go all the way down until I feel it in my hamstrings pretty good. Soft knees, athletic knees, not locking out those knees, but just kind of bending forward. So that's our basic movement for our hinge. Next is going to be our kettlebell deadlift. So we're going to be here. I like the kettlebell deadlift second because it's a little bit easier to control, having both hands close together. So I'm going to hinge down, just like I just did. Going to grab this kettlebell from the front. All I'm going to do is I'm going to drive through my heels and stand up nice and tall. Same exact thing. So we have our kettlebell deadlift is our next in our sequence of hinges. Right after kettlebell deadlift, we're going to go right into our barbell deadlift. So same idea as the kettlebell deadlift. Now I'm going to have more weight I can add to the ends, but the movement pattern is the exact same. So I'm going to be here. Probably the barbell is going to be about mid-shin if I have weight on there. I'm going to drive through the middle of my foot, through my heels, dragging this bar up. I'm going to bow back forward to that good morning position again, and I'm going to track this bar all the way down my leg. All right, so kettlebell deadlift, right into barbell deadlift. Then we go into some swings, so a little more dynamic movement here, but it's still a basic hinge, so still my hip is hinging. Now we're going to go Russian kettlebell swing first. So we're going to get this kettlebell, it's going to be a little bit further away from us to start. I'm going to get into a good position here. My back's going to be flat, pulling the kettlebell back, and then snapping my hips open, and then pulling the kettlebell down. Same idea, the basic movement is my hips are hinging. All right, so you see how it's gone from that good morning position. Now we're going to go Russian kettlebell swing. So we take it one step further, increase the range of motion to our American kettlebell swing. So this is here, pulling it back. Now I'm hinging, but I'm popping that kettlebell all the way up over top. Same thing, just getting athletic, soft knees. Not really worried about a full knee bend here, but it's more of a hip hinge to get that kettlebell moving. Get American kettlebell swings out of the way, and our next progressive step is we're just gonna go power clean today. All right, so power clean, power snatch will be the next one. There are squat varieties of these movements, they're actual cleans, actual snatches, but just for today, let's work on just the power version. So our power clean now takes this barbell from this deadlift position. I'm gonna get it up, and I'm gonna launch it from my hips to my shoulders. All right, so that's our power clean. Again, it's a basic hinge. I know it's gonna be a little squatty and a little hingy at the same time, but it's in our hinge sequence here. So once we have power clean down to our shoulders, then we take that bar a little bit wider grip and we drive it all the way overhead in our snatch. All right, so we've gone from good morning with our basic hinge to a very, very violent, aggressive snatch position. That is our primal progression for hinge movements. Again, not an exhaustive list, but a list to get you guys started. If you like what you see, make sure you subscribe to the videos. Thanks, guys.